understand about trading is that you're going to have a different supply and demand area on every time frame. You're going to have your candles reach a certain area on every time frame. And so we got to understand the candles, all they're doing is they're literally going from one area, one zone to the next zone, to that zone, to the next zone, to the next zone, to the next zone. That's all that they're doing, right? So we have to understand that in order for us to take the trade successfully, we have to learn how to enter and exit and not over leverage our account. Like, I don't know how to explain that in any better fashion. Like, I wish people would just really understand the whole, the whole thing about their accounts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think people need to understand about when you were talking about your accounts, right? So, excuse me, that probably was really loud, but I think people need to understand about when we talk about over leveraging accounts. So you're going to buy and you're going to sell, right? That's automatic. We know that. That's perfectly, like, we're going to buy, you're going to sell. But you got to understand that one of the main reasons why people lose so much money is that they over leverage, right? So take, for instance, I start off with let's say $100 account, $300 account, and that's pretty small because you can really trade with $100. I think a lot of people don't want to do that because you have to take smaller steps. But people like, oh, I'm going to put $4,000 in this account. Go right ahead. So the bigger the lot size, the bigger the loss, or it could be the bigger the risk. I mean, bigger the profit, right? So we know that we want to trade at a standard lot size. We do. Everybody wants to be at a standard lot size. But what we don't have to understand is that come with those lot sizes come with bigger risk rewards, right? But we have to understand this. If you take those risks, you know that there's a bigger loss that you could take. So I think people a lot of times feel like they have to get the entire trade, and that's typically not it. So let me just do this real quick. So let me say this. Like, you don't have to take the entire trade, right? So I don't need to get 80 to 100 pips. Like, I don't need to get that. Like, I don't need to get that. Like, all I need is literally 50 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips, 40 pips. Like, I could be okay with 40 pips. Like, I think 25 on up for me is perfect. Like, some people scalp, that's 10, 15 pips, you can be done. But I think we have to understand is that the reason why we lose so much money is that we over leverage our account. We don't wait, and we're impatient. So even if I'm impatient, even if I go into the accounts sooner than I need to, if I have a lot size that is equal to the account size, I am not going to lose that much money. I don't know how to say that enough. Is that I have lost so much money by over leveraging my account, by putting a bigger lot size in there because I'm trying to get more money. You got to stop trying to do that, right? So it's like, why do you think you need to go in? If I have $100, I'm gonna be honest with you, like, 1 to 2% of your money, like, you can trade at $1 and you can be fine. Like, if I have $100 and I go, okay, I'm gonna trade at $1, but you can't trade NAS 100 with a dollar lot size with only $100. You can trade a basic Forex pair, you can trade that, and that's fine. Me personally, I'm not even gonna do $1. I'm gonna do 50 cents. Like, I'm going to do 50 cents. That's probably the minimum I'm going to do with $100 is 50 cents, because I think that's a good thing. Oh, I may do a 50 cent or I may do a 20 cent if I twin trade, you know what I'm saying? So we got to think about why we are doing certain things and why we have these lot sizes, right? So the lot sizes are huge. And so our whole focus is like, okay, if I have $1,000, I can go in, I can trade at $20 a lot. Right? Perfect. That's fine. But I don't have to trade at $20 a lot. I can go in and trade at 10. I can trade at $8. Like, I don't have to trade my whole account, because think about it is, If I go in with a $10 lot size and I get a withdrawal and it go down 50 pips, I have lost $500, you guys. Like if my stop loss is 50 pip stop, I've lost half of my money. But if I have a 20 pip stop or 10 pip stop, I lost $100. That's fine. Whatever the case may be. But the over leveraging of the accounts is what creates the losses, right? It creates your whole account being wiped up. That creates that you can't regain. Like I know with gold, that was my biggest thing, is that I got my account to a certain number. And then if I'm like, oh, I got $1,000 or I got $2,000 in here, I feel like, okay, let me drop a standard lot. Like I must drop a standard lot, right? But of course my entry is not where I need to be. And if I drop a standard lot on gold, I know one thing: if it goes down, what, 400 points, I've lost a substantial amount of money, and I now am down. And so once I lose that money, I may close that position, but then I'm like, oh, okay, it's going the other way. Let me get my money back. Like that's the thing. Oh, yeah, let me get my money back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what people do. Like, oh, I got to get my money back. Man, stop doing that. Like you are going to create more problems. Like you're going to be revenge trading. When you start revenge trading, you don't really think about, oh, the setup. I just see a move and I'm gonna take it. Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? So I think the biggest thing people have to understand is that when you over leverage, that's what's really causing you to lose your money. And you got to understand just basic trading. Like it is literally breakthrough, retest, and take the trade. Like I don't do anything else. Like I don't look at anything else. I don't need to look at anything else. Like I do a basic trade, like breakthrough, retest, and trade. You know what I'm saying? So with gold, I got something in my throat. I don't know what it is, and it did not come out right. Like it's sitting up in there. Like I don't know what's going on. It's like sitting right here. Like whatever. But like gold has definitely, made me some great money. And like this morning, I made some good money with gold, right? So let's look into it. Like gold is definitely, it's not giving. It's not giving the sell. It's trying to, it wants to, but it's just not ready to, right? So I definitely got the scalp off of, once it broke out of the zone and it came right here and it literally came here and it's like, I'm out of there. So one thing that we have to understand about gold is that, man, it's literally going to come to these support and resistance areas. And support and resistance is so important, you guys, like to understand support and resistance. Like you got to understand the support and the resistance. Like you could trade zones all day long, but like I know if I go to one zone, I go to another zone. If I go to another zone, like that's my zones. Like I've marked up my zones. And I know that once it hits this zone. And so I have all of my zones color coded because I know that this is a daily, this is a 4 hour, this is a 30-minute. So I already know what's going on, guys. Like I already know what it's going to look like because I have my hours and I have my time frames marked up. So if I know if it hit a daily zone, you heard me, like it's going to reverse because everybody knows daily means reversal. Like if the candles hit a daily, it's reversing. Right? I already know what's going on. Like it came up here, today. Like it came up here and it's like, okay, look, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm up in here. I'm up in this zone. I'm here. I'm all up in this zone or whatever. And then I make a drop. Right? So like, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to sell and I'm going to catch you. So I come to the 4 hour zone and I'm just going to sit here. Then I go to the 30-minute zone. And I'm going to sit here because now I need you to break through there. And so what we did is that we got this breakthrough on a 5-minute, but it gave me a fractal. And so the fractal is allowing me to say, hey, I've reached this low and now I'm finna reverse. And that's exactly what the hell it did. It reversed on your behind. So now that this is a support, it became a resistance and then it came back to be another support. Like it came to test the same zone, but the thing is, it didn't come back through there. Like it broke through and it retested, but it didn't give us the sale, so it continued on up for the buy. Now, fractals only mean that hey, I reached this high and low, and like hey, I'm about to do something. So a lot of people don't use indicators, and that's fine. I think people who don't use indicators, that's your business. It ain't my spiritual business that you don't want to use indicators. I need something to indicate that I need to get out this trade. I don't care what's going on. I need you to indicate. I'm not gonna hold a trade. I'm not gonna do nothing. If you're a scalper, you may not need a really indicators. I trade out the 15 minutes. Sometimes I do off 30 minutes, but with gold, I do 5 minutes. So I still want to see what's going on. So I'm going to use my indicator. So I'm going to use my 200, I'm going to use my 50, and I'm going to use my 800. I use the 20 from time to time, but I use it with the Bollinger Band. So the Bollinger Band is going to allow me to see the movement, the trend, everything is flowing. So I also use the Bollinger Band, but I don't put the Bollinger Band on when I have my moving averages. I only put the Bollinger Band on just to see how the 20 is moving through. You got to understand that the 20 is coming through your candles. You don't take the trade. When your 20 comes outside of your candles, that's when the trade starts to take place. It is going in that direction, but you have to allow the band to spread open to wide open to take part in the spread, right? So I don't necessarily have to use the Bollinger Band all the time. I just like to put it on just to see where my candles are going. So technically, when I saw this trade earlier today, I looked on the 5 minute and I saw the cross. I was like, oh, we going to a sale. That's what's going on. I saw this drop, and then guess what? It made another drop. So now I'm knowing that, hey, this is going to possibly hold me up. If it breaks there, I'm going to take it to this support. So this support actually was a EMA is sitting right here. So what EMA is sitting right here? So let's just go down to another time frame and let's see, you guys, what EMA is sitting right there. Look at that. There it goes, is the 200. So let's go back to the 5 minute and you can see, okay, I not only have my 800 sitting in this 30-minute zone on the 5 minute. When I go to the 15 minute, I got my 200 sitting right around here. So I'm knowing I still got to break through that. But I'm sitting at this zone. So it's like, I need to know what's going on. Okay, I got this. It's sold right to this area. So I know there's something got to be stopping it. Go to the 30 minute, look what's stopping it. It is the 200 moving average, right? So I see the 200. I see it ahead. I'm looking at the 200 as I want to take this trade so I can scalp a candle or two and be done. So one thing I did is that I know that we come into the zone and it's important if I want to scalp it. So of course it's a 30 minute, but I can clearly see that I have a 200 waiting on me, like waving, like, hey, I'm over here. Look at me. There's a 200 on a 30 minute. I know that I don't need to take it past this because I know the 200 is a strong indicator letting me know that your trade is not going to go through here. It's not. It's just not. Google it. You can do whatever that you say. 200 is strong. It's not going to go through the 200, you guys. Like, it's not. Like, I don't give a damn what's going on. If you got that 200 up and you got that 50, let me tell you something. That 250 together is massively and it's crucial. The 200 saying, I'm not going to allow you to go through here. No, sorry, go to jail now. That's monopoly. This is not going to let you do it, right? So I'm knowing on a 30 minute, I got a 200, but if I go down to the 5 minute, I can catch it. I can catch it. So I get to the zone, I break through here. I break the 200 on the 15 minute. I'm like, oh yeah, this is what's possible. I'm breaking the 1500 below the 1500. Let me scalp it real quick. And I did. So I scalped it. I let it break. I let it pull back. Oh man, I got this one, came back, and I got two. So I was in this 5, 10, 15 minutes. I'm sorry, 5, 10 minutes. I got this candle and I got this candle. If you can't see it, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so y'all can see the candle I got. When it came here, I was like, bam, bam. Now, as the trade went on, this is the candle that I waited for this to kind of come through there. And this candle came at like 10, 15. Yeah, so it came about 10 and I broke through there. But this is what we have to understand. This was the original drop at 835. So once this broke through, I called these two and I let it, because I saw this 800. I let it do all it wants to do. It broke through again. And I said, ooh, I'm going to scalp it. And I scalped it to the 200. Point blank period. Right? So we doing the math just from here to here. I'm not even going to do that because that's not what I got. I caught me 321 points, right? Right? That's 321 points. This one candle, that's 188, right? So over 400 points I caught, 500 points I caught just off of gold, right? I don't need a lot. I just need, it don't have to be perfect. It just got to be worth it. So then I'm knowing what's going on because that 200. So man, that 200 hit and it's over. It is done. It's like, there's nothing else for me to look at. Like 200 hit, it hit it and it, like, I'm done. I get out the trade. What people do is that they stay in trades because they feel like they need to stay in trades because they want to catch the whole move. So a person that would have seen this, they were like, oh, well, I think it's going to go to this zone, right? I think it's going to break that zone and come to that zone. There is a possibility. Yes, it can. But you guys, look how many candles are sitting in this black zone. Like, it's so many candles. So why would I try to take it down to the yellow zone when I can clearly see from in the past that my candles, every time they come into this black zone, which is my 30-minute zone, like that's what we're going to do. But I like to my color coding because I like to see what the candles are doing. So we clearly see that it's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down, it's coming down. Why would I think any different? Is coming down? And it came down and it literally hit my 200. My fractal in the week hit the 200 and it said, I'm going out of here. And that's exactly what it's doing. It's just sitting in its zone. So now this is what's next, right? In order for me to take this trade successfully, I needed to break back out of this zone. Because now I know that it has the potential to come right back to this area, but I need you to break that area. Because even now I know you've hit it once, you've hit it twice, you've hit it 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times since when? You've hit this zone 11 times since January 9th. So from the 9th from Monday up until today, all week, it's been hitting his zone. 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 I need gold to make up his mind, right? So what we want gold to do is we want gold to break through that area so we can take this for the sale, because I really, fully, truly believe that it's going to drop, right? Eventually it's going to drop because it has hit the daily zone and is ready to do a reversal. All we have to do is just find the entry. Now, it could go back up. It could break above the 50 and continue, because clearly if we put on our RSI, we can see, hey, we still got the uptrend. We still got some buyers in the market, but it's just not fluctuating. We want it to fluctuate, right? It's not going. So in order to get a sale, you guys, somebody asked, do you think it's going to sell? Yeah. If it break this 200, if it break it, it's going to sell it. That's one thing we got to know. If it's going to break it, it's going to sell it, because guess what? We know the 800 is sitting right here, this zone. If we go to the 4-hour, we know the 50 is sitting here at this zone. If we go to the daily, is there anything? Is nothing sitting in that zone? So I know even on a lower time frame, if I go to the 5-minute, I got what? I got this 800 sitting here in this black zone. Man, so I gotta break it. I gotta break it, but I know I got the 200 sitting in this zone. So I gotta break that. So that's a patient thing that we have to learn how to do. I'm going to allow trades to form. I would let a few points slip by me to catch it unless I was planning on scalping. At this point, I want you to break. I want the whole entire trend to move to everything. If I can get the move, I'm good to go. But I'm not going to over leverage my account. So I'm not going to put in a standard lot. I'm not going to put in more money than I have in my account. Like, I don't think people should trade. You only should trade 2% is the max. If you are not trading 2% of your money, you're putting too much. You're putting too much lot size in there. You're over leveraging. And you could go down. So if I have $1,000, I can do a $20 lot. That's 2%, right? $20. I can trade at $20 a pip if I have $1,000. But I know if I lose and it go down 20 pips, 20, 30 pips, I've lost a substantial amount of money. So why not just cut that lot size in half and make a smaller profit? If I make a smaller profit and I can grow my account, then I can have a better leverage. I can have a better lot size. I can say, oh, guess what? Now I got 2,500. Now I can do that standard lot size. Now, I mean, not standard. Now I can do that $20 lot size because now I got more money. I got 1,500 more than I had. So now I can do that $20 lot. Now I can do that $10 lot here, $12 lot here. I can do that because now I have more money. Now I have, like $10 lot and maybe a $5 lot or a $6 lot. Now I don't have to do the full 20. I can just do maybe 16. Maybe I can do $18. Because that is what's going to actually get me to where I want to go. Like, I don't have to go in because guess what? If it does go the opposite way, I'm gonna lose more money. But if I take a loss, if I take a small loss, I can take that loss and I can say, okay, cool. I went the wrong way. I only lost a couple $100. Let me figure out what I did wrong. Let me back test. Let me go ahead and see. And then I can hop in that trade. And I say, well, you know what, Jewel? I'm not gonna go do no $20 lot no more. Let me go do an $8. Let me go do a $6. Let me go do a $7.50 lot. Man, you don't have to trade so much money. Like, I just learned that when you get to a certain point, your patience is everything. And I would rather have a trade that was structural and good than a trade I gotta rush and figure out. And if I over leverage, because man, let me tell you something. A lot of traders who trade consistently, they know exactly when their account is wrong. Soon as they place the buy or sell, they know that they have effed up. They know immediately, man, I messed up. But there's nothing that you can do, especially with these indices. I've seen $100 go out of my account. Oh, I've been down. Let me say this. I've been down $100 with NAS and US 30. I've seen NAS. I remember I placed a trade with NAS and I think I was at 30 cents. I could have been like at 30 cents, 40 cents, something like that. And I pressed the button and immediately I was down damn near $100, like immediately, like within seconds. But it turned around. But the thing about it is 30, 40 cents give you $100, $200, almost $100 drawdown. Let me lower this lot size. I'd rather $40 drawdown than $100 drawdown. So the main thing is we got to learn how not to over leverage our account. Like, I don't care what's going on. You got to understand that small profits equal to big profits. Like, small successes are going to get to you to a bigger profit. We live in such a microwavable world and everybody is such in a hurry to go nowhere. Like, everybody's in a hurry to do everything. I got to get this money. I got to get this money. And let me tell you something. I've been broke. I've had money. I've had all the things. And when you are broke and you ain't got no money, you do everything that you can to try to get some money. You do everything that you can to try to get some money. I don't care what's going on. You're going to do everything that you can to try to get some money. The right way, the legal way. You can be like, man, I'm going to do this. If I got trading, I'm gonna go all in. I seen a dude raise, I know, with like, he had a small lot size. I think one of them said $150. He traded NAS every day. He did really small entries. I mean, entry was on perfection. Man, the man made I seen him made like around $1,200 in a week with $100, just starting off at $100. Like, I didn't see him grow that account almost like $900 in like a few days, matter of days, because he was in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Like, I've never seen it, but it can happen. But that urgency, he may have needed that. And I think sometimes people when we do trade, people don't see profits soon enough, and they feel like they're wasting their time. And people just don't want to learn anymore. People don't want to learn. People don't want to learn. They don't want to understand what's going on. They don't want to, they just don't want to learn. They don't want to learn the whole process. They want to just get the money and they want to just go. So I think it's important I really do think it's important for people to understand how to trade, not over leverage your account, make these smaller profits to get those bigger ones, and look for the structures. Try to understand, don't over leverage your account, only trade 1 to 2% of your money. Make sure that whatever indicator that you're using, that you're following, that you got the technical, you got the fundamental, you check the news, see what's going on. If it's not breaking through retesting, don't take the trade. Like, you got to follow what you are saying. You have to follow right? You have to follow your plan. Like, you got to have a daily goal. If you don't have one, you got to start doing one. You have to follow the plan, your trading plan. If you know that you got to trade only a window of trading time, don't try to go outside of that. Stick to your trading plan. And man, thank God every single day for allowing you to trade. And that's you got to do that. Like, you got to have gratitude with a good attitude. You got to have an attitude of gratitude to be able to get into this market and have emotional regulation. Because if you don't know how to control your emotions, you're not gonna make it. If you don't know how to control your emotions, you're not gonna make it. If you don't have an attitude of gratitude, you're not gonna make it. Right? If you don't follow the structure of your plan, you're not gonna make it. If you just trading off of a whim, you're not gonna make it. If you're following 10 different people's strategies, you're not gonna make it. You're going to lose, and you're gonna lose every time. I always learn, man, stop trying to trade everything. Stick to what you know. Stick to certain pairs, 2 or 3 max. You shouldn't be trading all of the pairs at the same time. If gold make you money, stay with gold. If GU gonna make you money, stay with GU. Maybe go to USD CAD, maybe go to GCAD, but that's it. Don't try to trade everything at the same time. Don't try to get the entire move. Just get you 25, 30 pips. Get on and get in and get out. That's a lot of traders' issues, is that we trying to get everything, man. We don't need it all, bro. Like, we don't need it all. And I'm a woman trader. And like, it's a lot of women out here that's trading, and they are like, they're really good traders. But like, man, I'm a mom of 3. I have a husband. I have like literally, I'm showing this week, like I'm showing my daily schedule. Like, I got to work out for myself. I got dance class. I got violin lessons to take to, right? I also got to make sure the kids eat daily with my husband. I got to make sure I keep the house clean. I got to make sure everybody is, I read books every night. I'm reading to my family. I'm teaching my family. I'm learning my family. I'm getting up before everybody. I'm going to bed after everybody, unless I'm just super tired. Because last night I went to bed extremely early. Like, I was tired, but I'm up at 4 a.m. I'm up at 4 a.m. every day. The main thing that I do at 4 a.m., I open up my Bible and I read. I write down, I journal every day. I write down what my day gonna be like. Right? I write down, and then when I finish that, that's about 25 minutes, because I read at least 1 or 2 chapters. Right? I write down what I do. I pray. And I listen for about 10 to 15 minutes of motivation while I'm marking up my charts, why I get the house ready, why I gotta get breakfast and everything. I gotta get up at least 2 hours before they get up, because guess what? I get up. After I do that, I gotta get myself together. Then after I get myself together, I gotta get them together. And my husband is there. If my husband has to go to work early in the morning, then guess what? I'm here. I got to make sure the baby's together. If he's here, he's helping me, but I still have to get myself together. That's one thing about we have to understand, is that Forex is not here to complicate. It's here to complement. And you should not be compromising anything else. You people, I said you people, let's try. People are looking at Forex and they say, man, I got to get it. I understand that. But we all had the same understanding that Forex, when we first got into it, it's going to do this. I know I just started following the guy, Mamba FX. I mean, he has amazing story. 5 kids, 22 years old, young. I'm like, he's half my age, literally. Half my age. And he said he lost for 2 years straight. Can anybody willing to do that? Like he said he lost for 2 years straight, lost everything. Like not lost everything, but he was losing trades. I know a guy who lost for a whole year. Like every trade that he took, he lost for a year. But folks is talking about, man, I want to become a millionaire in 8 months. With this, you want to become a millionaire in 8 months with Forex? You ain't got no other income? You got no other investments? Now, am I saying that it's not possible? But what's your deposit into your account first? Like you start off with $100, 8 months. I mean, $1 million, that's a little steep. Now, could you make 10,000? For sure. Could you make 20,000 off top? $1 million? Let's give it a few more months. Let's give it a couple more years. But I'm not saying it can't happen. But what I'm saying is that we have to understand that things have to take time and profits are going to come, but you got to understand that this is bigger than Forex, man. Like there's some people that do this for them. There's some people that do this for others, to serve others. And there are some people who really for real life, like, look, I just want to do it to do this and X, Y, and Z. I just think that it's important to understand and find people like myself and find people that look like me and find people that are genuine and authentic in their true self, because I have a family. I can't trade every day. Now you got people who got 5 and 6 kids that trading Forex, that's only trading that time frame, but it takes time to get there. So you have to understand that, man, if you have gratitude about your life and about just being able to be present and be here, man, take that and say, you know what, let me learn the skill set. Let me apply this skill set. Let me understand what's going on so that I can just take trades and be in a trade an hour, 2 hours, or 30 minutes, or 45 minutes. And then I can be on by my day. Now, you're not going to start off making thousands and thousands of dollars on day one, but you'll get there. You can make that in a month, but you gotta pace yourself. So a lot of people say, well, I want to make all this money all up front. Like, think about it, man. If I made $100 a day and I traded 4 days out the week, I've given myself a $400 raise a week. I've given myself an extra $400. If I do that for 3 weeks straight, 4 times 3 is 12. Now for the month, man, I've given myself $1,200. I've given myself a raise of $1,200. But everybody doesn't see that. Everybody says, man, I'm trying to get all this money. Like I've got guys come to me and say, I want to deposit so much money and I want you to trade it for me, or man, I'm gonna put $2,000 in there. I want to take these trades, man. I want to get their money. Yeah, I can help you, but man, you're not finna do what you think you're finna do. Not right now. Like, come on, let me show you how to do this. But it's all a journey and it's understanding and learning. And if anybody, always got to make sure that you like, comment, subscribe. Like, you got to make sure you do that. You definitely want to get on here because this has been a humbling experience for me. Just the whole journey, man. Like, it's just humbling. And my husband has been such an amazing thing. And I'm going to keep shouting him out every time I do this video because, man, I am so grateful for this man that has entered in my life about 20 years ago. And I never knew that he was going to be a person that was going to change my life and bring value to me. Of course, he was my friend, but bringing value to me as a husband and as a father and as a friend and as a partner, Like that's my dog. Like this is my that's my homie. Like man, I'm a geek about mine, right? So that's my homie all day, every day. But bringing so much value to me, because guess what, man? If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't even know this skill. And the thing is, when he came to me, even though he brought it to me, I still didn't was like, I don't believe you. So, it's doubt all the way around. But the fact that he has brought so much multiplication to my life, and he has multiplied my life and given me such a great, purpose to just keep going. You know what I'm saying? I know him, and, a lot of things have changed, throughout our lives, and just, us being parents of 3 girls, it has, challenges has come up about, and just learning how to parent and learning how to do blended families, because we definitely have a blended family, and understanding patience and just going through the process. But also understanding that, man, when things slow down, everything else will speed up. And I take that through Forex. Is that sometimes when you slow down, everything speeds up for you. It gets better. If you just slow down and be still for a second, you'll get guided in the right way, and the money will start coming. It may not come when you want it to, but it's going to come when it's supposed to come. And I've learned that, and I'm thankful for him, because a lot of the times I was trying to go so fast, and I really just needed to slow down. And when I slow down, everything started to work itself out. So shouts out to him. My Black King is just amazing. Yeah. So, man, I'm gonna get up out of here, and I gotta go pick up the little one. It's 2:30 Central Standard Time. I wanted to hop on here, and because I definitely wanted to show you guys this, like, gold, and just over leveraging and understanding that things are like things like this can happen. And so I was looking at gold. I wanted to look at gold, but I'm gonna get ready for sessions tonight. Gotta go take baby girl to class tonight. Got some things going on. So yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. The button is at the bottom. Comment. Man, follow me, tell your partner, tell your friends, share the link. I don't know what you're going to do. Just let somebody know that your girl is genuine, authentic. And I'm just saying, whatever works for me, works for you. And my purpose here is to serve and to just educate folks on just purposely life, right? So I'm just not a Forex trader. I am also mental health. I have a severe background in mental health. I, been in the mental health field for over 12 years. I'm very knowledgeable about these things. And so it's just not about Forex. It's really just about understanding yourself, understanding your purpose, understanding what you can bring to here, and just different things that you can do to help your self-worth, it help your mental health, and your well-being all around. So yeah, holler at me for all those things, but I'm gonna get up out of here. I appreciate everybody getting on, or who's watching this. And it's never about how you start. It's always about how you finish it. Either you're going to accept it, eliminate it, or adjust to it. So it's your girl, the Forex mom or the mother. I'm out of here. Y'all have a great one.